Has it been that long? Shit. Okay.
It don't seem like it.
It's a good thing y'all didn't say anything inappropriate because the podcast is live with Kevin's loud ass keys. Woo!
If they can't hear you playing, you ain't playing.
Well, what's going on, people?
It's the sound of my skill.
What's going on, guys? Family Entertainment from TiC Network.com, and you guys leveled up to 86. This is the Double XP podcast. It's 86, right, Hugger?
Ooh, I don't know.
I think it is 86.
Double check.
She has to keep me. I don't know if it's because
I keep him in check, y'all.
But before we get going to introductions, I want to say happy 14th birthday to my little sister, Floor Hugger. No, she is a spry 26 today. I want you guys to make sure you guys wish her happy birthday. Cash app it if you want to tip her $1. She might do something strange for a little piece of change. You don't ever know. But shout out to my little sis, man. Happy to have her on the show.
Woo.
I didn't have to do much begging to get on the podcast, but it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Shout out to Mike for putting me on. Hugger.
And it's also my second birthday that I'm celebrating with y'all. So I've been on here 2 years.
Wow.
Man. You know
yeah.
Damn. We don't learn
really?
from our mistakes.
It's been that long?
Yeah.
So, with that said, with the introductions, let's start with Thugger herself. What's going on, Hugger?
What's going on, y'all? I'm happy to be back with my fam. I mean, we're missing Demi, but he's with us in spirit, and he'll be on next week. Got some good things to talk about, some good games to talk about, actually. And it's my birthday. I'm 26, y'all, and I'm happy to be with my friends.
My man, Demi in the chat say he got 5 on it. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yo, Dallas, what up, bro?
Boy.
What's up, man? I feel like I ain't seen y'all in a minute.
Yeah,
I'm happy to be
It's been a
on
while.
here
It's been a while.
with y'all.
Definitely.
And shout out to Hugger. Happy birthday, man. Out here making 2 years feel like eternity.
Right? Right?
Meek Million, what up, bro?
What's going on, everybody? Glad to be back with the team, and yeah, we got a lot to talk about. It's officially Borderlands week. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. So yeah, let's get into these topics.
Citizen Snipes.
Yo. They have me back again, everybody, for some strange reason I can't quite comprehend. But I'm happy to be here anyway. Happy birthday to Floor Hugger over there. And please, y'all, the Cash App thing was not a joke. Send this girl some money so she can drink something other than Bud Ice, because we got to stop this travesty.
I don't drink no Bud Ice, man.
What is that can, right? Is that Natty Ice? Because that's not
Is
any
that
better.
Natty Light?
That is Black Ice, 6.1%. That is
I
way
never
better
even
than
heard
any of
sounds
that
like some
boo-boo.
Canadian stuff. All right.
As
I
long
think
as
it is Canadian.
Any of the Canadian
No.
stuff.
I ain't drink no Natty Light, man.
Before we get going, per usual, everyone's Twitter handle and where you can find them is on the
Not
screen.
everybody's done their intros.
Who we missing? We had Meek. We had you. Oh! No! Who we missing?
You forgot the grocery man in the corner. Dallas ain't done his intro.
That was
I
it.
just did, yeah.
Oh,
Dang.
I wasn't paying attention.
That black ice getting to you.
It really is.
Like I was saying, everyone's handle underneath their face. Go follow them. Citizen Snips, Floor Hugger, myself, Hello to the King, and DALLAZ Man. And if you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button, please. It would really help. Like, comment. We interact with everyone who comments in the chat. Make sure you guys share it out. Rock with us. We want to grow with you guys. We want you guys to grow with us, and we appreciate it. So I want to get started with a game that's stirring up a lot of controversy, whether it's good or bad. People were hoping for better scores, but it ended up getting great scores, but wasn't enough for people. And some people just flat out played the game and enjoyed the game, and that is Gears of War. I'm sorry, Gears 5. There's no of War. Gears 5. And for those who played it, I want to know what you guys think about Gears 5. And is it Game of the Year? Does it have Game of the Year potential? Because we know it's right now it's at 86 on Metacritic. Spider-Man was at an 87 on Metacritic, but it was a candidate and it was a Game of the Year. It had Game of the Year potential. It was up for Game of the Year. So for those who played it, what do you think about the game, and do you think it has a chance to be Game of the Year? Wait a minute, who all played it?
I haven't played it yet. You know that.
I am.
I haven't played it yet. I mean, I've been watching the shit show. I mean, discourse on Twitter, but besides that, I haven't touched it.
Fam, you
I
might
watched
be the
Gold
only
Chain
one.
play.
Am I the only one in this podcast? that
No,
played?
I beat it.
Okay, Meek, give me a
All
thoughts
right,
on
there we
Gen
go.
5, brother.
I mean,
But don't spoil it.
thought it was really
no
good.
spoilers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it. I definitely think it's the best Gears as far as campaign goes. Like, I think they really improved on like the storytelling, and it has like that dark, like almost like horror movie feeling that Gears One had of like the intensity of it and like that like darkness that the other ones had, and then they kind of drifted away from it. I was a little worried about the open world sections because I feel like they were going to be empty, but like the things they had you going to do that kind of added to the story, I thought were actually really interesting. Obviously the game looks amazing, plays amazing, like the new mechanics and stuff like that they added. Honestly, I thought it was good. Do I think it's game of the year material? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of big games coming out. I think it could potentially be like a nominee for it, but I don't know if it'll potentially get it.
Is there anything that's come out so far this year that you think would beat it?
I didn't play Sekiro, but I heard a lot of people love Sekiro.
Yeah.
Or Sekiro, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people are going to say Death Stranding when it drops.
Yeah, Resident Evil.
Which
Resident
is
Evil.
November.
Resident Evil, of course.
Right.
So there's some games up there. That's why I'm definitely thinking it'd be a nominee. For me, I played it. I finished the game. Of course, I won't give out no spoilers. I do think the open world elements and the RPG elements added a lot to the game. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, the open world elements was bare and dry." Not really. If you actually went around and looked at things that needed to do, it's actually some pretty decent stuff there to do. And some of the stuff, depending on the level you played on, was actually pretty hard. We know the game looked beautiful. It ran at 60 FPS on. I'm sorry, if you're not playing the game, if you're not playing on the Xbox One X, I don't know, because I mean the game was
Or PC.
or PC, and you're not running at 60. I don't know what type of what you experienced. I played it on the X, and at 60 FPS, it was beautiful. At upscale or checkerboard, not upscale, checkerboard 4K. It looked beautiful graphically. It's top 5, if not the best looking game on console this gen, and it's definitely in the top 5. It looks amazing.
Demi just put out, just said Sekiro Control, which is a good candidate because it has really uses the RTX engine. Judgment, Resident Evil 2, and Kingdom Hearts 3.
So, Demi, you think Control has Game of the Year potential on it? That's interesting. I haven't played it yet myself.
Resident Evil, definitely.
Resident Evil. A remake?
Oh god, yeah.
You think a remake can win?
Oh yeah. Because they didn't just remake the game; I would say it's more of a remaster or like a everything of it. They took the basics that we know, but made it so amazing. Like, if you play the original, Mr. X or the Titan, not even a factor. But that one, Mr. X, was so threatening. Like, everything just looks so good and feels so good. Yeah, I could see it being, and it would be if that was to win GOTY, that would set a precedent because we got Final Fantasy coming out. We got the remaster of Final Fantasy VIII coming out. Like, that would set a precedent. And I hope it does because we need some precedents with those remasters.
One of the things, I know Meek played the game. One of the things, Meek, with 5, I'm kind of concerned. I do think 6 will be the last in the series because of the choice you have to make at the end. I mean, 5 has a significant choice where I don't want to spoil it, but it makes you think that 6 will be the last. 6 will be the last Gears, right? Go ahead.
I would say one thing. I know you told me the other day that you made one choice and you kind of regretted how it all turned out.
I did.
Did you go back and change it? And
I'm actually going to do that before. I'm probably going to do it tonight or tomorrow night because I made the decision that at the time I felt was the right decision to make. And then as things played out, I was like, oh, I feel like a jerk. Like I made the wrong choice. Like I shouldn't have did that. Like
regrets.
Well, yeah, it was regret because I felt bad because of the outcome. But at the time, I'm like, oh, this is an easy choice. And so I'm actually going to go back and change my mind because I do think, when 6 comes out, that it's going to take you back to that choice at the end of 5 to continue your story. So I changed my mind on that decision. And of course, I mean, you will see when you get the snips. But definitely, I do think it's game of the year. It's a game of the year candidate. I think it's up there with
What's up,
Sekiro,
Gold Chain?
Kingdom Hearts 3. The game is great. I'm looking forward to 6. I can't wait to 6. I do think 6 is going to be it. We might get something else later on down the road, but they're definitely wrapping up the Locust. They're wrapping it up. You can feel it in the story.
You know what I kind of dislike about all those like GOTY and talk and stuff is there's so many good games that don't get the recognition. Like Demi can probably agree with me. Celeste, when it was nominated for GOTY, was just like amazing because you don't get much indie games really that are nominated for GOTY. Like Hellblade, definitely, but there's like Blasphemous that's coming out. Let me not pre.
Was really good.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many games that should deserve it instead of a AAA title. That is like, I don't know. Like Gears 5, from what I've heard and what I'm going to play, is gonna be great. But there's so many other games out there that are just like, they could have, based on the qualifications of what you need, could have been in that spot instead of this game. So I don't know. Like Assassin's Creed for me will always be a GOTY because there's so much lore and story. But for other people, are like that shouldn't even be on the list. So it's like, I don't know. There's so many, and then when you get the GOTY editions, which not every game gets a GOTY edition, but there's always a game. Every single game of that year gets a kind of like GOTY release. It's like, okay.
And shout out to the chat. They brought us Celeste. A lot of people love Celeste. And that game, every game that's game of the year doesn't have to be a big AAA monstrous title, right? If it's a great game, it's a great game.
Well, that's what people think, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I struggle to think.
I haven't played it yet, but I heard Astral Chain was pretty fire.
I heard Astral Chain was dope. But we still got Pokemon Sword and Shield coming out this year.
We still got
Borderlands.
That's the one with the Scottish one, right? Sword and Shield. The Scottish trainer.
I don't know.
I thought there was a Scottish trainer there.
They got a black trainer.
What? Dang, too soon.
What?
Too soon.
Don't bring up them groceries.
Whoa.
Actually, it was Gold Chain that convinced me to go.
What I do?
It was Gold Chain. I moved past that already.
Y'all, hey, did we get rid of the meme box or not? Because we need that.
Yeah, we did.
No, we
Fame did.
Then y'all in the chat, I wish y'all could see this right now.
I mean, we can bring it back, but I don't want to.
Bring it back.
Okay, but you can't hold back. Y'all was holding back when I did.
I ain't gonna. It's my 26th birthday. I'm gonna hold back.
All right.
I was watching. I was watching Gold Chain stream it actually, and that convinced me to go get the Game Pass and just download it and play it. Because I was like, I never had no Xbox of my own. I need to go play Gears. And right now they have Gears 5, 4, and Judgment on there, I think.
Yeah, I love my on there.
But yeah, Celeste was definitely deserved that. And also to the gentleman that left in the chat afterwards that we are not loud enough that the audio is whack. I boosted my mic so you could hear me. So
I was ready. My meme game was on point today. I was ready for y'all.
Man, we should don't ever get rid of the meme box. I don't care if nobody pops nothing in there because y'all need to see this nonsense.
People also hate on a lot of games and never played them.
Facts.
I will say one thing though that kind of took me out of the experience of Gears. That game technically, like, it's kind of a mess. At least it was for me and a buddy of mine. Like, I can't count like how many times I had to reload checkpoints because the story wouldn't progress because like Jack wouldn't like.
The worst part of the game is that the story mode is online, and I think that was part of the crappiness of it. It was terrible.
Yeah, the servers were terrible for the co-op, but there was also like a lot of bugs. Like when we load into a new area, I would be in the ice, and just so happened a warden would also be walking towards me, and I'm rolling around with my midsection in the ice, and I pretty much just had to let him just have his way with me.
Oh.
Pause.
Yeah, look, if you see the warden, trust me, it's either you run or you die, and I was stuck. I just to let God take the wheel on that one because there's nothing I could do. But
Fame, where's the meme box on the stream? There's no meme box.
I don't have it up. I mean, I could.
You gotta pull it up because we talked about it. Now we gotta.
Okay, for the people who are watching, shout out to the 10 people watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Next week, I will bring back the meme box, but don't get your feelings hurt because.
Oh yeah, it's a little deep sometimes.
Man, you're gonna get demonetized so fast.
It cuts deep. Our memes cut.
It's deep, but it ain't that deep, family. Come on.
So I'll bring it back. Like,
It
share,
just
subscribe.
depends
It's back
because
next
the gaming community these days. So if you one of those that's gonna get offended,
But definitely,
I
I had a couple.
The shit's gonna be funny either way. So I mean,
Like, well, I think I was in Act 2 as I was going to get one of Jack's parts. Now I found the area. I got inside the area, and it kept just saving. Like I couldn't actually trigger the event for me to get the part I needed. So I had to, close the game out. Then it took me way back. It's almost like that was like the glitches. First, Xbox Live going down was terrible because you couldn't play the game. Even single player, you could not play the game because Xbox Live went down. That was a bad part. The glitches, the game is always online, which makes no sense to me. I don't see why any game that has a single player has to always online. That's ridiculous. But the game is fun. We're actually going to be streaming Horde mode this weekend. Demi, I hope you're down. Me could be on. Hugger be on. We'll be playing Horde mode. Kevin, you could jump in too. I mean, it won't affect you playing a story. Come and jump in Horde mode.
That's true.
It won't affect the story. I mean, we're gonna be playing a lot of Borderlands this weekend, but definitely. But I guess to wrap this topic up, Gears 5 is great. Go play it. It's probably the best Xbox game this gen. It's up there with Ori and in my opinion, Sunset Overdrive. It's a good way to close out what can be considered a pretty lackluster gen for Xbox. They closed it out extremely well with Gears 5, and then we got Ori Will of the Wisp coming next March. So they're gonna close out pretty damn good, and I'm super excited about it.
Does the score bother any of y'all up in here? Because I know a lot of people are like, it's got a 80. What is it? 87?
86.
86.
That's
not good.
People don't realize that's a pretty freaking good score. Like
score.
When did a 80 rated mid 80s rated game become a bad thing?
Look, if you can get that many people on the internet to agree about anything,
if it's not 9 or above, it's trash. We all know, okay?
According to these people.
Yeah. Well, look what game that we all done forgot about that has, I think it's still in the 80s, is that just had the new Game Plus announcement is Days Gone. Nobody remembers that game.
Yeah, I almost bought that game.
I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't forget that game existed.
Meek, you okay?
I'm good, man.
He was just like, oh.
we ain't gonna talk about the Days Gone problem. Let's just say.
Didn't they just say that there's a new Game Plus mode coming out for that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Guess when it comes out, man.
Same day as Borderlands 3. Good luck.
That'll work.
Good luck. I've never understood that. Why don't have your game include New Game Plus day one?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna release it 3 months or 2 months later, whatever.
Like they think they're gonna bother Borderlands with that.
If Days Gone is $20 on Black Friday, I'll buy it.
Days Gone is it's sitting at a 71 right now.
If it
goes free to play, if it goes
Yeah.
free to play, I might make it. Maybe.
Yeah. You know what? It might go. You know what? I don't mean to say this because I know a lot of developers, especially Fame, you not gonna put the meme box up now when you lay some bobo like that down?
You came in here swinging, boy.
You came in like.
Forget the rest of the show. This needs to be the biggest part right here. You came in.
Fame, you put that meme box up right now.
Right now.
Okay.
Running.
Okay.
But yeah,
all right. Let me put it up.
Days Gone felt like just another extension of the. Oh, and I know I'm gonna get myself and us off track on this, but I just bought the Xbox Game Pass for PC, and I was like, okay, what else do I need? What else do I need? And Uplay just dropped their bubble. That thing is $15 a month for Assassin's Creed over and over and over and over and over. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Boy, you kidding me
And
for this stuff?
This will be the first meme that people see.
Oh my god. Also, I'm gonna say Fame dropped that. Not us. You got to make it bigger so they see the top text. Fame dropped that.
I didn't drop nothing.
He dropped that chicken wang meme.
Let's just scroll up to the nonsense. So we can go from let me go to the very. What's the very first one today? Okay.
I dropped the shit, we about to do it again from GTA. That's what I dropped.
That's the normal show starting meme. We can't start the show until that meme drop.
Yep.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wang.
Oh, bro, this
grab your
again,
what?
Yo. Never again.
Oh, so we should probably just start right there.
Good things.
Let's not scroll past that.
Yeah, that's the win.
Y'all awesome.
Demi's right. Folks was trying to flip 86 like it's bad. Yo, go look at your favorite game on Metacritic. See where that sits. You think that's probably the greatest game in existence, and that thing don't mean no thing to nobody.
That's all for today, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I'm about to sound like an old man when I say this. Back in my day, if you liked the game, you just played them.
Back in my day, if you wanted exclusive content, you played for it till you got it. You didn't have to buy it.
Right, you unlocked it.
Yep. You want that character? No, it's a black shape until you unlocked it.
It's always the black shapes.
But we all are gonna play Gears of War 5. What y'all think of the Last of Us media event? What's going on with that?
Biggest question is how long before that event is leaked? That joint gonna leak easily, in my opinion. My bad.
I think Sony's gonna drop it just to be some petty hoe.
What's gonna happen as soon as we get off this podcast? As soon as we done talking about it, that's when the info drops.
Like I'm really looking forward to Last of Us 2. I'm not gonna get into a lot of people's mode to where they think it's gonna be, a perfect 100 and a perfect game. I do think it's gonna be amazing. It's likely gonna, score extremely high. I do think this event will get leaked, and I can't wait for it to get leaked because I want to see more about this game. The Last of Us was a generational type game.
Never finished it.
Wow, really?
You know why? The first 12 minutes when. You know what? I'm gonna spoil it because if you ain't played it, it's the first 12 minutes. Suck a dick.
To me, a game has a year. After a year, if you get spoiled, you had a year, bro.
Exactly. When his daughter dies, it was just like,
whoa,
okay,
spoiler.
This is setting the tone for what the game is gonna be, and I was like, it's been hard to like. You got to get in that mental space to play a game like that. When it's just been games like The Witcher. The Witcher consumed so much of my time that it's like.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about the mini box is up. Nothing with nudity, guys. You're gonna get us in trouble.
There's no nudity.
No, I know it's
not.
What you're talking about. I know it's not, but that's the one thing we can't put up. Okay.
There's some thumbs protecting that. That's better than when I was in here digging, man. Remember that?
You was digging for platinum or something.
Yeah, I was trying to get that money, man. School is expensive, and I was trying to pay for it. Okay.
Tragic.
But yeah, I've never played it because it's just like that's a game you gotta get in the space for it to play. And there were so many games that came out that took my time, and so many like Skyrim Enderroll. That's an expansion that came out, and Beyond Skyrim has come out. It's like.
What? Hug, are you okay?
If you You've heard of F on a shelf. Have you ever heard of?
Y'all can't be doing that now. That's not okay. That's dang.
All right.
Dang.
The meme box takes up too much of our attention.
No, we got this. Yeah, but what's this Last of Us media event? What do you think is going to come out of this?
Hopefully, as much as possible. I mean, of course, this isn't something.
I hope it's something that we can all see.
Yeah.
I hope that, like, I was so disappointed to find out that all the GameStop managers got to see some footage.
I mean, from what I hear,
Did
that's
they?
probably the last thing they'll get to see while working for this company.
Like, yeah.
Like,
Like, what is y'all's last wish? Okay, well, we can't do that, so we're just gonna do this.
This one's for you, Demi, baby.
Y'all on something else, man.
We wilding out tonight, y'all.
Like I said, I don't expect to see anything because it's a media event. But like I said, I hope it gets leaked. I really do. I don't see why you will hold back.
They wouldn't broadcast it
hope.
like that if it was they weren't gonna show it to everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like, why
I mean,
announce?
Jeff Keighley
this
made a
big
big
thing.
deal about it. So
We're not gonna
I'm
talk
not
about
gonna
Jeff
lie,
Keighley
bro.
because he's in a weird relationship with Hideo Kojima.
I am done with. I'm tired of Jeff Keighley's face.
it is that is weird.
He is annoying, dude.
It's like Sensei noticed me, not Senpai, Sensei, because Jeff is weird, man. I love that man, but he weird.
speaking
He's
of Death
wildin'.
Stranding,
November 2019.
Speaking of
I'm
that,
not gonna lie, like I'm not excited for it though. Like I'm still down.
You're the
Like,
only one.
I'm cool with it. I'm completely and totally fine with it. I can't not know at this point.
Yeah. I see. Apparently, that at TGS, they're gonna drop like a 49-minute trailer. For the,
Yeah,
and he said
it's
if
next
you trust him, don't watch it. If you don't trust him, watch it. And I don't care. You shouldn't trust somebody but your mama. Everybody needs to watch it.
Don't trust your mama neither. But
You know what? I don't know about that because Cyberpunk they put out their super long trailer for gameplay and I didn't watch it because I'm just like, you're gonna get my money anyway. I don't want to watch anything. Just give it to me. Give it to me now.
Gonna do both. Definitely gonna do both. I'm gonna watch it, and every time you put something out regarding the game that I want to buy when it comes out, even if I decided I'm doing it day one, I'm still watching everything that comes out. Unless
Boy.
there's going to be spoilers.
Kev, oh my god.
Like I'm gonna watch it because I'm one of the people that's not really sold in the game, and I'm hoping I see, something that sells me on it. But I don't know, man. We gonna see. But I want to ask somebody on this panel. Say they went to a super bomb party.
My God, yes.
Went to a super bomb party. Apparently, Borderlands and Gearbox had their what is it called? What was it called, Kevin?
So it was the Borderlands 3 launch party, man.
Yes.
And like everything about this thing, I should have known better, but from start to finish was just one epic, like misleading ordeal. So like they come out on Twitter, right? Gearbox, or I think it was the Borderlands 3 account came out. We're like, hey everyone, our annual launch party's coming up for Borderlands 3. It's going to be somewhere in Dallas. If you're interested in, applying for entry, like reply to this tweet and click this link to like fill out a form or whatever, right? So it makes it sound like, oh, cool, it's this thing like they're going to pick random people. It's basically like winning a lottery almost to get selected. So you go through, you fill out this form and everything. Me and two of my friends ended up applying. We both get emails back that, we got accepted and everything. And it's like, congratulations, you made it, we'll email you in about a week with a code for you to redeem, and that code will get you your ticket or whatever. Week later, email comes through, cool, redeem the code for the ticket. They're like, bam, here's your QR code ticket, congratulations. We'll release more details about the party location and event details a week from now. So it's like making it sound all exclusive, making it sound all hush-hush, and you're like, okay, man, this is probably going to be hype. Week later, email comes through with the details about the event. It's like, oh, hey, it's at this place in Dallas. Here's the address. Here's the time. Get there, blah, blah, blah. They have apparently there's a general admission and VIPs that they gave out. And here's the first example of, I'm going to give y'all how poorly organized and planned this was.
Oh, no.
The general admission line, which we didn't know which line was which when we first came up because the line was just massive. So we get in line. There's no direction as to what line is which. You just see a bunch of people standing. You figure I'm going to get in line too.
Yeah.
The general admission line apparently had about 1,000 people. The VIP line, the very important people, had
Yep.
2,000 people.
Oh, no,
How you gonna have more
no.
VIPs
Than
than general admission people? That's step number one. That something ain't right here.
Yeah.
Then after a while, it's taken so long to get people scanned and get them in. Eventually, they just stop scanning tickets. They just start letting everybody walk in through the door with whatever. So people who had no idea about the event just happened to be in that area of Dallas and saw a bunch of people trying to get into this place, ended up getting in VIP badges and all this other kind of stuff. And from what I could tell, the only thing you got with VIP was you got to go behind like a roped off section where people were still just standing there doing nothing. There was like, I saw one photo booth where it was like a green screen thing. You can get like a Borderlands themed photo thing done. No other interactive thing that I saw. A stage with entertainment playing and 2 bars where you could buy drinks, and that was it.
Oh my god.
Welcome
And
to our lunch party.
I was expecting this to have
drinks.
like exclusive interviews and stuff with some of the development team or something, maybe even some hands-on stations where you get to play the game early. I expected this to be more game launch than party, and it was just like a shitty party with very little game launch thing. I think the only thing they did that was like super game relevant was that that band The Heavy debuted the new intro song for the game. They played it at like the end of the night. By that point, me and my friends had already left. We got back home and tuned into the stream to watch that part. And I was like, that's really all we needed right there. I could have saved myself all this time. We waited in line for like an hour to get in. And the only reason we got in that fast is we left the VIP line and got in the general admission line. We got in faster. But it was all kinds of messed up, man. I heard stories about some girl who flew all the way from Chicago and like cosplayed up to get into it or whatever. And they cut off the cosplay line and made her go get in one of the other lines. And she still got in, but she just had to wait in a general admission line. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just let her in through the cosplay line at that point if you were going to let her in anyway? And she flew all that way, and like she just looked so upset. And I was like, I feel bad for this person. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know she was like F Borderlands at that point.
Man, it's like Gearbox is like, hey, we want to do this thing for the fans, but wait, we're rich now, so who really cares? Yeah, just pick this place.
You know what's
whatever.
crazy? Like Gearbox, it was their party, right? You know,
Yeah.
like when we go to QuakeCon and they throw their party, like the bar is like it's an open bar, it's free. When you say you have to pay for drinks, I was like, really, really? Like,
And I mean, like I expect, it was the entry was free. Okay, so I'll give them that. It was free entry, but they made it sound like it was going to be this. We're selecting people like by random chance who are going to be lucky enough to attend this cool event. And instead, it was just like they probably replied to every single friggin' person who applied, and we're like, here you go, show up. Oh wait, we didn't really plan to let this many people in, so whatever, just walk on in, folks.
Mm-hmm. That was like
ridiculous.
somebody did that at E3. Oh, I think it was EA. They had a whole thing where you could sign up and get in, and then they kept selling tickets but didn't set a limit, so all these people kept getting in, and then it was like, we have too many people for this. Oh, okay. And it was just a shite show, I should say.
Like I feel like the reason I was so upset, like, is just expectation versus reality, the way it played out. I feel like if they just would have come out and been like, boom, here's the event location details, first X amount of people to show up, get in for free, have fun, y'all. Cool.
Yeah.
No expectations, you know exactly what you're getting into, but they pushed it as one kind of thing and gave it the image of something else. And then when you showed up, it was like, man, it looked like y'all threw this together yesterday.
you would have thought at bare minimum, you could have got to play Borderlands 3. At bare minimum.
That's what I like. At least or like some kind of interactive stations or something where I could see some more cool stuff, or like, I don't know. It was just whack, man. It was just like a big empty dance floor, and then like a bunch of people watching.
Did you dance though?
Entertainment too. It was so they had
He danced. He was-
Spinderella up there first. Spinderella did all right, but it kind of seemed like she didn't really care to be there either. She's like, I'm here to get my check
She was
and I'm
trying to get paid and get
out.
home,
And then,
man.
the people they had in the middle was some like weird. It was like a traveling like talent show kind of thing. Like they had different acts come up, and it was like the
Yeah, the
first act was a mime lady who just like put on clothes for 4 minutes.
Who doesn't love a carny in the middle of your game conference?
The second act was these two dudes that like tried to like ad lib a song, and it was pretty terrible. And then the third act was probably the best, was some dude who spun a cheeseburger on a parasol. Like,
Hey,
I'm not making that up.
Was the badge at least decent?
I'll show it to you guys. Here, I got it over here.
Y'all, I'm gonna say this to probably Fame. And I want to say Citizen, but he's too young. He's a young baby. He don't know this. But Fame is old as y'all were around. Ooh, that's a nice badge.
And this is the general admission badge. The VIP one was, I think, purple with the same design, and it said VIP right there instead.
That's as a
Did they
artist
give out, like,
and a graphics designer
loot box codes or something like that?
That would have been dope if they gave out some loot box.
Oh, they did. So the first few people that came in, I don't know how many. It was maybe like the first 100 or something. They got one of the psycho masks, and then I think it was like a T-shirt or something, or a hoodie.
Oh.
I
I saw somebody say they got these 5 cards that were like with the diamond loot box codes on them that I guess you redeem on their website and you get.
I didn't see anybody who got one of those.
Yeah.
That
was probably those influence they paid to say, hey, say you got this after.
That'd have been dope.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, as Fame, because you old and Kev is too young for this. The 80s was 82, I think, was the collapse of the gaming industry. I know there's billions of dollars invested in what we do now, but do you think that's getting to the point where people are just going to stop supporting this and just get to the point where there's kind of like not a full collapse, but like a half collapse or an artificial collapse of the gaming industry?
Nah.
No chance. That'd be like saying people are going to stop going to see movies because they keep making sequels and threequels.
At this point, it's always like the biggest industries. I'm trying to find when I say this, but it's like video games and porn. Neither one of those two are going to die anytime soon. I think it'll be our, great grandkids. Maybe see. Gaming will continue to grow just like porn will continue to grow. There's always going to be, a need for. I think gaming will continue to evolve. Of course, everything reaches its, point to where it can't really grow as much anymore. But I don't see gaming having a Great Depression no time soon.
Yeah, I think the worst that could happen is that people no longer see it as cool. It's no longer as mainstream as it was, and then life will come right back around like the cycle that's always there, and people will think it's cool. But it's never going anywhere.
I think the thing that'll happen is the thing that's keeping gaming afloat right now is incidents like Ubisoft with the Notre Dame. Is the Notre Dame burned down? Ubisoft from Assassin's Creed Unity, which was probably one of the worst Assassin's Creeds I've ever played, and I played all of them. They had the full scans of the Notre Dame that the French government didn't have, and they got to return that to the government, and it's keeping gaming in the good books. But for people like us, we got 2K putting ads you can't skip, and if you skip them you get lower gains with your games. You got they put in a full-on casino. 2K's put on a full-on casino with GTA 5. It's at some point, if it's not us that's gonna say hey no, it's gonna be the lawmakers or the man that says this ain't gonna fly. And that's
I will say this,
I'm not worried about it, but I'm also concerned about it at the same time.
I will say this.
Do you think it's more likely they do that or take a piece?
Oh, the government will come in, kick down the door, say this ain't right, but they'll also take a piece at the same time because they're getting the benefits of this. Like DARPA, that's the military advanced robotics and kind of like program that they do. They're getting the benefit of all this gaming technology, all the scanning technology, all the stuff that's being developed, the motion capture technology. It's proven that they're getting this. But if it's no longer benefiting them, they're going to go, knock, 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 it's time to shut this down. Because you don't get to go into all these countries as EA and shut all these companies down and say, it was just our mismanagement. No. At 5 studios, it's okay, you're kind of shite managers. At 20 studios, it's you need to change. At 40 plus studios, it's somebody's pulling some strings here to change that.
I will say this though, as if that happens, if they do put their hands in it, gaming will get much more expensive. Yeah. On our end.
Gaming is expensive, man.
It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
Name a hobby that isn't though.
Yeah. Kev's right. Name a hobby that isn't expensive AF as if you want to get into it.
One of the topics we had on deck, I really want to talk about was Demi, because I believe Demi is only one of the podcasts that's played through all, if not most, of the Yakuza games. Was what we're hearing about Yakuza 7 turning into a turn-based RPG, and I played like some of Zero, some of Kiwami. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that big of a fan, but something about it being turn-based RPG like really makes me want to play the game.
I heard that and I was thinking, oh yeah, Fame's gonna play this whole game.
Yeah,
He gonna finally play a Yakuza game.
yeah, like
I do, man. Turn-based games is one of those things. Like, I can go a full year usually without thinking about a turn-based game, but every now and then I get that. It's like an itch that you get. You're like, man, I want that turn-based action. Like, I want to play that old nostalgic feeling of like sitting there planning out my attacks, coordinating all my teammates to work together and everything.
Yeah.
It's just something about that game,
lineage.
that game style, that genre that really speaks to me.
Like I don't see myself going to play the other games. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to YouTube them joints, but the fact that it's a Yakuza, and from what Demi's telling me, the series is hella dope. I don't really like the gameplay too much. I'm not really a big fan. But that turn
I
phase,
feel like this is something we should shelve until Demi's like on.
true enough.
Hell no, we got to cover his topic while he's gone.
He's our
Well,
resident.
no, well, it's in the we have to at least say that part just because it's in the title. So next week
Yep.
we'll bring it back. Might not put it in the title, but we'll bring it back. So I really want everyone to hear Demi, who's a big fan of the Yakuza series, and I want you guys to see what he really thinks about.
What cracked me up about it was that they released that first image showing that, and everybody thought it was a joke, and then they came out and they were like, "Nah, that's how the game's gonna be."
Yeah. You know what game that I don't want to, but I think is gonna flop is Shenmue 3.
Oh
just-
yeah, it is. It is.
A mile away. You can see that from a mile.
It
away.
is. I
Just
think,
the way they treated their backers is like, oh, you brave boy.
I think Yakuza or Yakuza, however you say it, I think that pretty much killed any excitement for Shenmue. I think most people who would have been playing Shenmue games if they kept going are already playing Yakuza.
Shenmue is the same. Dreamcast just celebrated their 20th birthday, I think it was. It's the same. It looks the same. It plays the same as it did on the Dreamcast. It's like, oh man.
And when
Okay.
games don't evolve, something takes the place. Something else scratches that itch. Like when we didn't have Shenmue for a while, we ended up getting True Crime, and when True Crime was gone, we ended up getting Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs. Yep.
Yo,
And then we got Watch Dogs. Yep.
to the chat, Demi said a protagonist.
And
in Yakuza 7 is
Yakuza like peppered through there.
Demi said a protagonist. Yakuza 7 is a big turn-based RPG fan. Before he went to prison, he played the games like Dragon Quest, Legend of Heroes, and he sees the world in perspective. My man Ine says they're not letting their game get stale and trying something new. Some of these franchises out here could learn something from the Yakuza series, from the Yakuza guys.
Yakuza is always evolving. I will say that. They're not like oh my god. What's that game that Dynasty Warriors? That's a game.
Yeah.
That's a franchise that needs some re-up.
Like
Yakuza is
They were
always
like going
changing.
in the right direction with Orochi, and then
Yeah, and
it kind of turned that mug around.
Let me ask you this,
They hit.
Meek, as our resident Halo fanboy.
yes.
Seeing what the coalition did with the semi-open world with Gears, would you be okay with Halo going that route?
If you would have asked me before Gears came out, I probably would have said no. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they could do with the Halo universe that they
Because it's
really
huge.
can't do with the Gears.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it depends on how they do it.
Because I feel it, bro.
Halo
I feel
5
like it's gonna be like ridiculously big open world type game.
I mean, it could be. I mean, I guess we really won't know until we see like our first big play. I mean, they kind of tried to do it with Halo 5, having those sections where like you'd walk around and then like you talk to people, which didn't really work in their favor.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they could do it right, I mean, I'd be all for it.
It kind of goes back to Ine's point, you know, with them not letting developers not letting their games go stale. Like you have to mix it up, you know, with God of War and Gears 5. I mean, I like the mix up. You can't just run the same game out there every, 4 to 5 years. So that's a good point, man. Definitely a good point. Before we get up out of here, anything else you guys want to cover? Whoa!
also want to say that Switch is becoming not a competitor, but they got Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which I don't know how that's gonna run. Overwatch is coming on there. There's a whole gang of games coming out there, which I just want to see Witcher 3 run on a honest to God Switch.
It can. That's just not possible.
You know what though? I think that's just a thing that they doing just because they want to have certain games that's on every other platform on there.
Yeah.
They do better when they doing their own stuff, and they about to have a good season anyway. They got Ultimate Alliance 3, they got Astral Chain, they about to have Pokemon come out again.
That Pokemon gonna be fire, bro. That's a day one.
That's hot.
That's a day one.
Telltale is also back.
Kind of.
They're
basically
limping along.
No, yeah, I was just about to say that, like the body's coming back,
games
kind
they
of,
were
but
not
the
working on
soul.
before. So.
Well, it's Wolf Among Us and I think the Batman games they're keeping
All
hold
I want is a second Wolf Among Us. That's all I care about. I love it.
I don't think that's coming.
Have any of y'all read
about that game?
Have any of y'all read Fables, like the comic that the Wolf Among Us comes from? There's so much to do. So much to do with another Wolf Among Us game. It could be.
But you're also relying on the game industry to do the right thing, yo. Like,
what's the name of this company that's grabbing those assets?
Oh, I don't know.
Yo, Nate, I'm gonna be honest. Anybody playing a big, graphically beautiful game on the Switch, then lost their damn mind.
Yep.
I mean, it's
You playing Witcher 3 on the Switch, you lost your damn mind, yo. Like, that's a game, even on consoles, it looks good. You gotta get it on consoles, or at least consoles, because when you get the whole package, and Meek, Fame, and Dallas can probably agree with this, when you get your console package, you get a CD of the original soundtrack, you get stickers, you get a whole map, you get all kinds of things. Stickers.
She said when you get the whole package, Fame,
they had a thank you note, man.
They had a thank you note.
Bro.
Like CD Projekt Red knows how to do it.
This is a CD Projekt Red game.
It was Witcher. You know it, Witcher Wild Hunt, love.
And they doing the same thing, I'm sure, with Cyberpunk.
They've done it for all the games, but you know that is gonna be a premium when you get it. Because when was the last game you guys got a manual that wasn't the instructions for? When was the last game you got that for?
Yo, if you speak in that accent like all next episode, it's gonna be lit, right, bro.
Oh, I can do it all next episode. Right. It's up to you now.
Hugger Croft.
What's up?
I just need some consistency. Okay, you can't keep flip flopping.
I ain't got no consistency enough. I'm sorry.
I start like hearing things like, wait a minute, did I? No, that wasn't it. I was just her saying something else.
She's been doing it the whole podcast.
Yep. I've been messing with y'all. It's my 26th birthday. I can do whatever I want.
Your accent got Meek over here trying to look for some tissue underneath his.
Oh my God, really? All right.
Also, before we get off,
like LMA.
Before we get off, I need to get y'all's opinions on this Resident Evil multiplayer game, like Raccoon City is coming up. What's your thoughts on this? Oh,
you know
what is it? Resident Evil Renaissance, I think it's called. Resistance.
I'm not very excited about
Renaissance.
I'm not gonna say I'm like hyped for it or anything like that, but I mean, cool. I guess if you want to do it, go ahead. If it's dope, I'll pick it up.
How much?
It's probably, honest to God, probably a normal game price because it's gonna be marketed like a Raccoon City, and that was a mistake.
I mean, I don't know, because regardless of how it panned out, Outbreak was a good idea. Like,
yeah,
when you really think about it, Outbreak, it was actually a pretty dope idea, regardless of what the game ended up being. And now actually being able to pull something like that off with multiplayer being sort of like a pillar of gaming at this point. A lot of people just play for multiplayer. I think they could put together a pretty good multiplayer game at this point, as long as it's not Battle Royale. But it feels like it's about to be like Dead by Daylight.
I'll take Dead by Daylight over Survival, the Konami game after Metal Gear.
Survive. Oh no.
Yeah, that's one. E-Nate says, I saw someone pick up Divinity Original Sin on the Switch because she heard it was fire, and it was but that come what? And it was but that comes from the PC cred because it looks and plays amazing on PC. Divinity is one of those. Divinity is a turn-based kind of game. You need, even on the lowest grade PC, you need to pick that up on the PC. Because
I just picked it up. That right as you said that, I see an ad for Divinity 2 Original Sin on Switch popping up on my Twitter feed.
Because that's how fast they get you.
Stop listening.
That's a game.
That's how fast they get you.
Google, piss off.
just picked it up on PS4.
Divinity is a good
Switch,
series,
but I want to wait and see what happened and wait to see if it was actually going to be good, because that's one of those games that I think would be better to play on Switch. It would be more fun to me. But
it depends. Divinity is sometimes graphically intensive, but Divinity is a good series. If you love turn-based, you're gonna love that. But
if it's bad on
Fame, I'm gonna rip this from you for a bit. Before we end off here, because it's my birthday and I get to host a little bit.
Yes, indeed.
Dallas, tell me a game that's coming up soon, or a game that you're playing that you just want other people to experience right now.
Ooh, let me see. What am I playing right now? Hold up, let's see.
Something that's coming out, something that we're playing.
Come on, little X Nas. Lil Nas X, I mean.
There's a couple games I'm excited about. I mean, I'm excited for Death Stranding, even though most of y'all are not. And that does not matter to me. It's going to be dope anyway. I'm also pretty excited for Astral Chain. I haven't touched it yet, but I think Platinum Games did something dope that
they made Bayonetta. Like, come on.
Yeah. And so as soon as Nintendo ships me my Joy-Con back, then I'll be on it.
Oh, you actually sent one in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just shipped it off yesterday.
Neek, who's been hella quiet, baby, with your beautiful hair, because I just want to run my fingers through it.
I'll tell y'all why he's quiet. Because he looked through the topic suggestions and saw that there's a KFC Japanese dating sim game coming out. So he's been researching the hell out of that, trying to figure out how he's going to get his hands on this.
I have 20 hours to find out how I can get early access to it.
What's a game that you've been looking forward to coming out soon, or something that you're playing right now that people should know about?
Absolutely.
Okay. PC folks, I would say wait till it's not on the Epic Store, because the Epic Store don't got your best heart in mind. But
you know what the Epic Store does have? Borderlands.
You know what the Epic Store doesn't have? Protection if your account gets hacked, because my account got hacked and it took me a whole month to get my account back. So move away from them. Don't go with that. Wait. And my brother from another mother looking all fly. We got the matching glasses. Kev Citizen, what's a game you want to tell people about going up right now, or something you playing, baby?
Honestly, the only thing I've really been playing a lot, aside from my usual dabbling in and out of Overwatch, is Destiny 2. Ever since they released the cross save, a couple of my friends who played a lot of it on PS4 moved over to PC. And I've been playing a lot with them. I'm pretty much caught up story content wise. I'm still trying to get my light level up to max in preparation for Shadowkeep expansion coming out. But I tried the game at first when it went free to play for I think it was a weekend, and then they said if you downloaded it in that weekend, you got to keep the base game for free going forward.
Yeah.
So that's when I jumped in. I enjoyed it, man. I played it. I had fun, but I never because I didn't have a crew to play with or anything. I got bored of solo and everything really quick. But having my friends come over and getting to play with them, it really is fun, man. It's been a while since I got into a loot shooter kind of thing like that. But the weapon design and a lot of the I love the graphical design of them. The weapon effects themselves are really cool, and a lot of the raid mechanics and all that kind of stuff is really neat as well. So I'm enjoying that. I'm getting into that a little bit more, and that's about it really for me at the moment.
All right. Also, Destiny 2, the cross save is going to come up, I think, September 20th. I think it's going to start switching over. So make sure you get on Bungie.
No, you're talking about for when it ports over to Steam?
Yeah.
I want to say that's October 1st, I think.
Okay.
I
Make
think.
sure you get on there and get your account saved and all that stuff, and it'll make the transition seamless. You'll download all that stuff, get Shadowkeep, and I know I'll be on there. Kev will be on there. I don't know about any of these hoes.
I'll be on there. I'll be on there.
You.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
What?
PC though?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll be on there definitely because I love some Destiny. But all right. And now to the oldest man of the hour, the man who makes me look like a baby. The man who, look at him, he's about to bust his chanclata out at me. Fame. Fame,
Okay,
baby,
hang
what
on.
you playing? What you want people to know about?
Well, of course, coming up, of course, Borderlands 3 and Pokemon Sword and Shield. But I actually been playing Full Metal Furies. And I saw it on Game Pass. I was like, oh, let me check this out. It's a cool little RPG. Has a bit of a Mario World, kind of overworld to it. The game is actually pretty dope. I actually prefer to play it multiplayer. Me and my son are playing a multiplayer, co-op, couch co-op. I don't really like when you're playing single player, you have to switch back and forth between characters because certain enemies have certain shields on them. I don't really like that too much. But when you're playing multiplayer with actual people, like, you don't have to worry about having to switch between characters to get to match the right color to defeat the enemies. But definitely check it out, man. It's a cool little RPG. It's lots of fun. There's lots of humor in it. It's actually on Game Pass right now if you guys want to check it out. It's called Full Metal Furies. I'm probably going to jump back
I
on
saw
it
that, yeah.
here fairly soon so I can I'm just about done. I got one of these bosses. It's like a scorpion boss. It's pissing me off. I'm going to go back and grind a little bit and come back and finish that off. But definitely check out Full Metal Furies now. And then, of course, coming up, Pokemon Sword and Shield, make Pokemon great again, and Borderlands 3. I'll be running it with my boy Meek on Xbox this weekend. And then, by the way, the 2XP squad, Demi, I want to ask you this in the chat. Let us know. We know Borderlands is coming this weekend, but we're going to take an hour or two away from Borderlands, and we're going to be streaming Gears 5 Horde mode and Escape. So if you guys want to come out and rock with us, we'll be here on YouTube, Mixer, Twitch. We'll be doing Horde mode and Escape on Gears this weekend. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
happening.
That's what I'd like to hear.
That's happening.
If you guys don't listen to Fame because he likes to drone on sometimes, we will be streaming. Take a little slice out of Borderlands. If you can manage it for us, we'll be playing some Gears 5. I think a game that I want to bring to light that's coming out soon is Blasphemous. It's kind of like a roguelite. I don't want to say Souls type because
Just say it. Just use
yeah,
the word.
Metroidvania. It's more of a Metroidvania because it's got pixel art more than Souls type. But or Dead Cells, if you can imagine Dead Cells or The Messenger, that's what it's like. That's a game that's gonna come out, and I think it's gonna get underrated, but it's gonna. What the hell was that?
Sorry, that was my phone.
You watching porn over there? Watching porn, y'all.
If
sliding
porn
in
was the
DMs.
Again.
theme song, then yes, I'm watching porn.
I mean, I've seen all kinds of weird stuff. So, anyway, yeah. Blasphemous is the game I'm gonna blast out there. Y'all should play it or get it. And I hope to see you guys next week. We're gonna be on here. Demi's gonna be on here. We're gonna be talking all kinds of boo-boo. And I hope to see y'all next week.
One thing I want to say before we leave is,
Oh yeah, he gonna say some shit.
and I'm sorry, check out the anime Dr. Stone. That's a really good show, man. I don't.
That's like telling people to go watch Demon Slayer. Man, get out of here. If they ain't
No,
watched it already, they're clearly not a fan.
I've heard plenty of people who hate on Dr. Stone for whatever reason. Dr. Stone, oh, he messed up our boxes. Oh, we're all inside of one box. We're all in Meek's box.
And that's how we became the
We're all in Meek's box.
Oh.
Wow. It's because he was in the middle. It's because he
We
was
should
in
have
the
just
middle.
kicked him out from the get-go, man.
Yeah, Meek.
But we will
all
be
in
on
Meek's
next
box.
week. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so
happy to be with my family.
to the people who are watching, please do us a solid. Share the stream out. Hit the like button. We thank you guys. Everybody who was commenting. E-Nate, appreciate you coming through, man. Gold Chain. Demi was in the chat being live. Right now we got about 12 people who are still watching. Please hit that like button. Subscribe. We're going to try to entertain you guys every single week. We're going to have game nights. We're hoping every other week. We want to thank you guys for rocking with us once again. You guys did level up to 86. We're closing in on 100, and that 100 panel will be huge because I'm bringing back everybody who's ever been on the show as far as panelists, from Mama Cedar to Nick. Hopefully we get everybody back on the show for the 100th episode. Possibly have a couple of giveaways for you guys. We'll find out. But if you guys are watching, please hit that like button, subscribe. If you're watching,
Also,
now.
if it's my birthday, if anybody wants to send me some stuff off my Amazon wish list, I would not be mad about that. Or become a patron, not be mad about that.
yes, go be a patron. Hit her up on Twitter. Follow her on Twitter. Follow her everywhere. Hug her.
I'll reply with memes.
This is true.
She probably will. That part is
That's the only
factual.
way to reply.
That's factual. Memes all the time.
Shout out to y'all rocking with us. We appreciate it. Once again, this was 86. We will see you beautiful people next week. And we out. Peace.